Does your soil look like this? Dry, dull, compact, and have no life in it whatsoever? This can take an adverse effect on your plant growth. This season I'm going to attend to my garden soil before planting my new batch of seedlings, and I'm going to show you how. Now, if you are growing in raised beds like I am, you have the added benefit for easily adding to your soil and removing excess bad soil as necessary. We live in an area where it is predominantly clay soil and it's not ideal for growing in ground. I've had to get a truckload of soil delivered from a local landscaping company. So although the soil is a massive improvement, I'm still finding that some of my seedlings are just not taking to it. This could be due to a number of things, such as garden zone. Here I'm in 11A. Have I planted my seedlings at the right time of year? Water requirements, fertilizer, and the list goes on. Now, although these are things that I can do some research on and fix if need be, it's not going to help if the garden soil is just not healthy. So stick around, because in today's video I'm going to be showing you what I'm going to be adding to my raised beds to improve their soil quality. Keep in mind that you want to do this at least 2 weeks before planting out your seedlings, just to give all the ingredients some time to settle. One of the things that I have noticed with a lot of the commercial bought potting mixes, including the actual landscaping soil that I had delivered, is that it comes with a lot of sticks and large stones that are hindering root growth for my plants and seedlings. One of the first things that I'm going to be doing today is to build myself a garden sieve so that I can go through my raised beds and sift out some of those stones and larger sticks before adding in my extra nutrients to the garden beds. For the garden sieve, I'm just using some leftover materials that we had from previous projects. So I'm going to be using some fine mesh, and I'm going to just be using 2 planks that came from an old pallet. I'm just going to grab some of the soil and put it through the sieve and try and remove some of the larger sticks that could end up damaging or stunting the plant roots.
What are those?
They're like wood chips. Oh, we'll just dig it out. And
Lawn grubs. Can you go forward and back as well?
no, I should have put the edge on.
Yeah, so you don't lose it into back of your head.
Okay, we've just finished sifting this garden bed. We managed to remove quite a few stones and just larger pieces of bark. Now the bark pieces we'll actually put in our compost pile because over time it will break down. We also got quite a few grubs that I believe we actually also can move to our compost pile because they feed on decomposing matter, which is excellent, but they also feed on roots, so we don't want that in the garden bed. Now that our bed has been sifted, let's talk about some of the things you can do to improve your soil. Now, if you're like me and your compost station is not quite ready or you have not even set one up, there are some commercial products you can buy. We're going to start off with chicken manure and cow manure. Now, commercially bought manure is well matured at this stage, so it's safe to use in the garden and plant pretty much straight away. If you don't have your own compost like myself at this stage, one of the more effective cheap versions you can get commercially is mushroom compost. Another thing you can add is some blood and bone, just to add a bit of nutrients back into your soil. So I'll be adding a few handfuls of those today. I also noticed there was no microbial activity in our soil other than those lawn grubs, and that's not exactly ideal. So what I will be doing is adding in some worms. So we've got the equivalent of 1,000 worms in this bag, and it won't just go in this particular bed. I will obviously be adding and spreading this around all my garden beds today.
What does it look like? Okay.
Something like sugarcane mulch to your soil helps retain moisture and reduces soil erosion. I'm going to water it all in, as I don't want the soil to dry out. I'll be back in about 2 weeks to plant my seedlings, and then hopefully I should see some improvement. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something along the way. Give us a thumbs up and a comment down below.